Welcome, folks, to the Bootpack show. Another episode. Listen to my dumbass ramble on some more. Tonight we got Mike Rav in the building, Salt Lake local.
No.
Pretty stoked to get him in the basement. How you doing, dude? Coming off a cold.
Well. Coming off cold, feeling good.
We made him some tea.
Tea's very good.
So he can speak about life and the universe and snowboarding and everything.
They're all the same.
Let's just start it off, dude. You're from Mass.
Mm-hmm.
Where did it all begin? Loon? Or is it
no.
Gunstock?
No, neither. No, neither of those places are in Massachusetts. So
see, this is like
yeah.
in one.
Mass is like there's no like bigger mountains in Mass.
Yeah.
So it's like I grew up in the town I grew up in, which is Shrewsbury.
Shrewsbury.
Shrewsbury, yes.
SH?
SH, yeah, Shrewsbury. There was this little hill called Ski Ward, and that's like where we first like got going. I started skiing and then started snowboarding there as well.
Nice.
And then like there's some other little hills, like there's this other place called Wachusett, and there's other places.
How far is Wachusett from Loon and everything?
I
only know
like an hour 45 or hour 45 minutes,
okay.
2 hours, somewhere around there, depending on the day.
Hell yeah. So then you got in. What age did you start shredding?
I started snowboarding when I was like 13 years old, or like 12 or 13.
Damn, that's sick. Like kind of late style.
Yeah,
I like that.
I just skied. I never really had like interests. Like when I was super young, I don't never like had the like mental capacity to like get into something and like really be focused and like get excited about something.
Yeah, totally.
It was always just like kind of just like trail around, like you play baseball, you do this, like I was like was decent at some of these things that I did, but
You didn't love them.
I didn't like. I was always like somewhere else, you know. It's
totally.
Like total daydreamer. Just like needed something like to like fill this void, and then when snowboarding came, like it definitely like filled a void.
Totally.
For sure.
That's
well,
awesome.
Obviously, you know,
that's like the dream with a kid when you like find like if they just find something that they're like absolutely passionate about.
Totally.
So that's the whole reason that you want to live
like
life.
The most important thing
in life. I'd say.
Yeah.
But so did you skate first?
No. Well, okay. The funny thing is like I think back like deep memories.
Yeah.
And in my garage, I have this like vivid memory of this old skateboard, like super old, like vintage. You know, like you would skate it in the 80s or something like that. Somehow we had this. My dad is like the furthest from someone that should have a skateboard. So like the fact that I have this memory is pretty interesting. But no, I never skated until I saw that snowboarders skated, basically.
Wow.
Yeah, something like that. It was like they both came at basically the same time, and I was like, oh, these guys.
That was me too. I snowboarded before I skated.
These guys skate too. It happened at the same time, sort of.
Yeah,
basically, yeah. But they both went hand in hand.
So this is 13? So you're like in middle school.
Yeah, 12 or 13.
Did you see something? You had a home?
Yeah, dude, I have this like vivid memory. Like I'm in the lift line, I'm skiing with my dad. Skiing then, like thinking about it, skiing was just like this thing I had to go do. You know, totally. I'm like, oh, sure, I'll go down this hill on these two things. Like, thanks for getting me new skis.
Yeah, we're going to the park and playing.
Like, wow, these are like I actually remember looking at the boots and being like, wow, these like look really crazy. Like they're super nice, like new. Like, so you go out there and it's whatever and. You're with your dad, and I'm thankful he took me out there. And I think I had fun. Yeah, and I was like, okay,
it didn't spark the flame.
But I remember I was in the lift line one day and at Ski Ward at that place in Shrewsbury, and these kids ride by. It happens to be Nick Esposito, like one of my like he ends up becoming a really good friend of mine. He cruises by. It's a race day, so the whole right side trail is closed because there's a race.
Okay.
And there's like it's a slalom race. So like these guys they had a line cutting pass because if they needed to get up for the race they could. So like they go in front of everybody. Nick's got this walkie-talkie and he's talking to someone at the top like
this is a snowboard race.
This is a snowboard race.
Okay.
Yeah. So Nick is like, and he won all those races too, which is like another like really cool thing. But I remember seeing it, and I remember seeing like him and like a couple other guys cruise by.
Are we talking cardboard or are we talking?
No. Just he rode like a Burton.
Okay, just normal like USASA race. Yeah,
yeah, but it was I don't know if it's not USASA. It's like Ski Ward puts these on.
Okay, even better.
You got like he has like trophies on him. Sure, like 20 of them.
Merrick Joyce stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, those guys same stuff. So basically, like I saw these guys cruise by, and I was like just like observing like everything that was going on. I was like, fuck, like this is cool as shit. Like, they just look cool. Like, I'm with this guy. My dad's great.
Yeah.
Like, I'm there. That's enough for me to have been to see this event.
Mm-hmm.
But like once I saw it, I was like, okay, like, that's what I want to do. That's what I'm gonna do. And sure enough, kind of put it together from there.
That's so cool. And then that was like your first snowboard homie?
Yeah, yeah. From there, I was like, somehow Nick and I had a class together. You know, actually, I might have been 10 or 11 when I started, now that I think about it. Because we had class together in, like, the 6th grade. Because
I was about to say, it's kind of crazy to, like, meet him while he's, like, steering the lift line,
okay,
just observing.
So my like, interest peaked, I would say, around 13. But, like, I started doing it at this time with him. And it was mainly just to, like, do something cool. It wasn't, and just be with cool people. I looked at Nick and I was like, oh, these guys are fucking cool.
Having so much fun.
Yeah, that's what it was. Like, I didn't really have, like, I had friends, but I didn't really have, like,
older brother.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't have an older brother. Like, I didn't have like guy. Like, it looked like he was just like out and about. Like, I'm used to my parents being around, like telling me what to do, and like, they're just on their own. You know, it's like it just looked like whoa, that's a whole different world.
Totally.
So like, sure enough, you're gonna when you see something like that, you want to go towards it.
Definitely, that's awesome. And then you just riding. When did you start going to like Loon and meeting all those kids?
Well, because of Nick, Plymouth. This whole series of events.
Yeah.
Like, going up to Loon started because of Nick, because his mom would bring us up there. She'd, like, just be like, you know, get your bags packed. We're going to go to Loon for the weekend. She'd get a hotel room wherever. We go to Loon, Cinder River.
How far was Maine from there?
I mean, it's just a little bit further. So it's like Loon's 2, Maine is, you know, depending on where you're going, maybe 2.5, 3.
So mellow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Thinking about it now.
I remember being on the East Coast, everyone's like, because we think a mellow drive out here is like 6 hours.
It's so funny you say that because my dad, like, when I'm telling him, you know, driving to Mammoth or something, like, how long is that drive? I'm like, it's like 8 hours, something like that. He's like, 8 hours? Like,
you're like,
what are you gonna do? Like, but so yeah, we would go up with Nick's mom and just kind of like snowboard.
Yeah,
it was so cool. Cause a ruckus in the hotel room, like super young.
Were you staying at that hotel that we were at, like
we similar style places to that. Yeah.
Epic.
Yeah.
So then you're just riding there through high school, then straight to Plymouth. I think a lot of people don't know you're a college grad.
Yeah.
It's pretty rad.
Yeah.
I think that's like one of my favorite things about you. It's like no one has any idea this guy's a scholar.
I wouldn't say going to Plymouth will make you a scholar.
Yeah, but it's still really cool though. It's like
a scholar of some sort, maybe.
It's
great. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Definitely.
Now, you know, as I get older too, and you realize that like there's a lot more going on in this world than just the snowboarding stuff. So it's like to have something like that as well is like it just I don't know. And then I realized I use the stuff I learned there.
Totally.
All the time.
For
you know, at the time you're like, oh, what am I
like, fuck this shit. I'm trying to go snowboarding.
But it's all just problem solving. So it's like, you know, doing homework is the same thing as having to learning how to like doing homework for the next day. Same thing as having to like learn how to pay a bill for the next day or something like that. So it's all just like translatable. Like, I think in ways.
For sure. And then you met like so many friends there, probably.
Well, yeah.
I bailed on Plymouth that one night. Parker wanted to go. Parker left and we stayed.
You made a wise choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, some of the best people I ever met. Like life-changing people.
Oh yeah.
You know, just like really
college
passionate people.
Seems crazy too. It's like seems like snowboarding is like bigger than anything there. It's like the football of that school.
Yeah, I mean,
it seems like from outsiders.
The reason for that is like there's strength in numbers. So it's like once you get a group that to build itself to a certain stature, it's like other people will be like, whoa, like what's up with those guys? You know, like they don't play for a team, but they all play for a team. You know, it's so like snowboarders were like a group. You know, it was like
totally
hockey guys, snowboard guys. You know, it's like they could kind of go like hand in hand. It was cool, and it makes you feel like you're part of something, and you are
definitely.
You know, but it's because like you have like really passionate people that love snowboarding, that love like people. You know, to bring people in. You know, like that's what I learned from these people is like it really took a facilitator. It took someone to be like, this is what we do. You want to be involved? You want to be involved? Like, okay, but you got to see what's going on first, and you have to like, you know, you had to like, could just be in some of those groups. You know, it's like, it took time, and you kind of have to like.
You have to show that you like.
Yeah, something like that. Or just be like cool, you know. It's like just have something to offer besides just snowboarding, obviously.
Definitely.
It's all across the board, but yeah, it's people. I would say it was the most influential time in my life when it comes to my best experiences and my worst. So it's like they both. That's when you really have something.
You grow.
Yeah.
Especially you guys out there. I remember I was tripping because that was the first time I've ever been to the East Coast when I flew out for the Loon Project, and you and Park Zoom picked me up. But I remember that first day we like go to Shred, and I walked out and I was like, and like people were ripping already. I was like, dude, this is fucking like rock hard. This is like go home hard right now.
Yeah, at the time too, like I didn't, you know, like when I was in school.
Yeah.
My snowboarding was like, I was on some kind of different stuff. Like I wasn't like we were filming a lot.
Yeah.
So like, but dude, there's guys that go out no camera and do the most ridiculous shit every single day. Yeah, Merrick, like.
Good example.
All those guys. I spent some time maybe like focusing more on like promotion and like, you know, trying to like be a snowboarder.
Totally.
Than like just going out and snowboarding, you know, like some of these guys were. And it showed after like some time. I was like, fuck, like these guys are so much better than me. Like, and I'm the one that's like pursuing this in a certain way.
Yeah.
So it's like it makes you really have to like step back and be like, what am I doing? You
totally.
know, like,
that's like crazy when it boils down to you need to just snowboard. That's like the best thing you can do.
And that's why that scene is so strong, because like guys go out, you know, they'll party all night.
Yeah. That's what's crazy.
And they'll be up, you know, maybe they didn't even go to sleep, but they'll be at the mountain.
Dude.
You know, that to me is like, that's it.
That's what I think of East Coast is like, you guys like party hard, have such a good time, and then just like keep it going the next day. I'm like, dude, these guys are nuts. I can't hang.
Those guys. I'm like.
I feel like
I'm like I don't know, a collective of.
You experience though. You can toss yourself in there and you can hang. Though.
Yeah. I'll
Someone like me, I can't hang.
You can hang. You can hang. It's just you just gotta like submit almost and just kind of let those nights go. And,
it's
like,
rad.
have fun and like.
I remember being there and it was like raining so shitty and everyone was just so excited.
Yeah, I mean
like, this is so cool to see.
That's what happens when when it's more about like the collective than just you going out and having a fun day. You know, it's like oh, it might be raining, but you're here too. Yeah. You're here and those guys. Kevin's drinking.
Rules.
Like, oh, who cares?
Let's throw a trash bag on. Let's do this.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so then Loon. Then that was the days. Was that like Lunatics? Was while you were in?
Yeah. We
See,
did that while we were in school.
I was like nerd, like love park edits, like every kid, and those were like epic to me. I remember so like was so hyped when those would come out.
Oh my god, dude! And that's like another thing. Is like they would come out and it would be like a Friday night.
Yeah.
The video would come out. And it's just something
little
to celebrate.
Mini premiere.
Like, it's like you and the guys that you are around all the time.
Yeah.
Like get to celebrate like an edit drop, and it was cool. And then it kind of like feeds it for them. You're like, oh man, like
we gotta make another one.
Like we made an edit, and then we party, and then like let's make another edit, so we party again. And, like
keep the good times going.
Yeah, exactly. And but a lot of that was like we were like, let's make.
Those were pretty insane though. I remember that. I swear the thing that sticks out to me the most is that wall ride with the creeper ledge.
That's that session's 100%.
That was one session?
No. Well, the footage like of me was maybe no. We filmed it a bunch of times, but that whole session is Dylan Dragata.
Yeah.
The reason for that edit, a lot of the Lunatic stuff is Dylan. Oh, not just Dylan, but for that wall riding.
Yeah.
It's like that was like a period where you're like, well, this guy's like doing some psycho shit. Like you're like, okay, like I gotta try
like
something.
360s
you know, I've
been
doing like a hand drag or like a hand plant, but this guy's like learning new tricks and pushing. So you know, like that. It's just some fueling stuff, you know. Like he was just on some psycho shit.
Benny was telling me that the boxes tilted in a little.
Oh, yeah, you can get locked right in. It's so sick.
That scares the shit out of me. I feel like creepers always smack my face. I remember at Bear when I first jumped on one, I like wanted to hit one so bad when I was little, and then they finally had one at Bear.
Yeah, well, I think that, you know, because there's a wall there, you think that you can just jump right into the wall, but really, you know, like when you see it done the best, like you're almost using it just as a rail.
Totally.
And you kind of like just use the wall as like some stopper.
Didn't you like 3 onto that shit?
Yeah, Dylan did the crazy thing.
Yeah.
The hard way. 30. Or maybe he didn't.
You guys all did, like, I can't even think of one trick.
Yeah, but it's super, like I said, like, you lock right in. The back three, you just huck yourself. Land
into a wall.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't know. I went back this year and I did another one. Just
really?
like cruising through. So, like, you know, I kind of just like, it's all translatable, I guess. Like,
yeah.
every time.
So then that, and then you guys, I feel like all you guys transported out to High Cascade. That's where I met you for the first time.
Yeah. As soon as I got that opportunity, I remember, like...
Was that college?
Yeah, I was going into my junior year, going into my senior year or something like that. I got a job there. And that's like, dude, the place is crazy.
Yeah.
It's so fun. And just being there, like, that's like, you see all the videos and like,
totally.
I'm still, you know, I'm like 18, 19, 20 years old. Like, I'm so psyched on like everything about snowboarding. I know that I'm not now, but like,
but that's like
it's
when
different. Then I'm like, oh, like
everything's good. Like everything,
especially at Mount Hood, because it's like where everyone goes. You've seen every pro you ever looked up to there. You know, like it's.
Was that the first time you went West Coast, like for snowboarding?
I've been to High Cascade as a camper.
Okay.
But in high school, I went with Nick. We went out there for like a week. One of the sessions, yeah, it was crazy fun.
It's crazy how many, I think, when I look back at High Cascade, I feel like I've met the best friends of my whole life.
Yeah,
at High Cascade.
It's so true.
It's pretty nuts.
It's really crazy.
And it's like definitely like it takes like a minute to like reflect. You're like, wow, I wouldn't have met any of these people if it wasn't for that place.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
The
like that's beyond snowboarding.
That's what it's all about.
Like,
well, exactly. That's what it's all about. That's like people meeting people. That's what it's all about.
And I get worried that now it's like
I think it's like that in a lot of different like venues, like not just snowboarding. I think it's just like people aren't putting themselves out there to like be themselves in front of other people, you know. So it's like you're not getting like the stoke to meet someone like that does the same thing as you anymore, because like everyone does like everything or knows about everything. So it's like it's not as there's not as many sparks. Like
it doesn't have that special moment. Yeah. But I worry about like kids. I feel like if I ever had a kid and he wanted to go like skate, I'd be like, dude, hell yeah. Even I would make it happen somehow. It's of course. I just worry that those camps will like.
Yeah, but there'll always be like similar outlets because they're.
Yeah.
I hope that there'll be people. You know, High Cascade was just High Cascade because of people.
Definitely.
So it's like as long as there's passionate people that are gonna like start establishments that put themselves out there for like these kids, then they'll have that. Mm-hmm. But that was one of the best examples. But there'll be other places like that. It's just gonna come down to like when people step up and create these different things.
I like this. The hope, the future is bright.
I mean, there's gotta be.
Yeah, definitely. And then High Cascade, I feel like I met so many people, and then Keep the Change. That crew, was that like Skylar and Colton?
Yeah, Colton.
Rob Balding.
Yeah. Well, Colton, I would say Colton
the most.
Oh, no, I'm sure all those guys kind of started it.
Yeah.
They started it for sure at the same time. I think through the years, I think of Colton, you know, because he's still pushing it. He's still like, that's Colton.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, I would say, those guys, I was introduced to those guys in Plymouth too.
Yeah.
So it's like, those guys rolling around, like, at the time, you know, like, less confident me.
Yeah.
You know, you see those guys, you're like, oh shit, like, Keep the Change guys. And then, like, you know, you get to know them. And then, you know, you start working on projects together and everything like that. And Colton's still doing it. So it's like...
Definitely. Colton crushes.
Another example
of
someone that is, like, doing it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
he loves
vision. Yeah, it's his life. You know, I think you get to a point, you kind of realize you can't do anything else because this is what you've invested your whole life in. It's like, he's not going to go get a job in a different, like, field or something like that. Because, like, you already invest so much in this.
Definitely.
So it becomes your life. You don't even have a choice at some level. That's kind of like where I see like some guys and that's where I think like you really find like something, you know, and that's where I like seeing that in people. Like,
definitely,
when you can tell that
it's deep down, deep rooted passion. No matter what, they'd still be doing it.
And like he's still here. He still is making movies, going on trips, and like I see like him keep the change up to a whole new level. Like I don't even think it reached a point, like a really serious point. But I think it's only gonna keep growing.
Yeah, I like it. Where'd the name come from?
I wouldn't be the person to like.
I have no idea.
I have my own meaning for the name. Like, just keep the change. I think that like change needs to be like embraced.
Oh.
You know, like let's keep that. Like let's keep something changing. Like nothing.
Change is constant.
Anything that just stays the same is gonna dwindle and die. You know, it's like so. You need to keep the change. That's like, and then I don't know if Colton would say that that's like a reasonable response. You know?
I like that meaning. Maybe it's got two meanings. His
everything
meaning and then that.
Everything should. Everything
does. And then so keep the change, and then you and Stark rendered useless.
Yeah.
Flashing forward.
Well, I got to work with John. I was just like hyped to. I'm always hyped to meet people that are like hyped.
Yeah.
You know, so like Colton was hyped. Skylar was first hyped. You know, and then. Even back then, like I met these dudes called Happy Tree Productions in like my first year of college at Plymouth, and like those were the dudes that were hyped, and it was like they like facilitated me so much, like brought me to spots. Like Mark Oliveri would drive in his Suburban like every single night, and like just like stoked, you know. It's like James Thomas, like these are guys that like introduced me to so much, a whole new world. Like because I'm no longer in suburbia. I'm in college, like in. And like you're on your own, so it takes like people telling you sort of what to do.
You're looking for a direction.
Yeah, always. So it's like I'm really thankful to have met those guys, just like people that are hyped. And then with John, you meet John. I just progressively, and then you meet John, and it's just like let's do this.
Definitely.
He's like sure. So it's like, and that's also something that I've realized is hard to come by is like translatable visions.
Definitely.
Because like everyone's got their own vision.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you can be in the middle with someone, like, John, let's go to a park, let's just film a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Sure. Put it online, it's like all of a sudden you got an edit.
Totally.
So it's like, and you're doing something. And for me, at the time, I was just like, I want to push it out. I want to do something,
Oh, you're the king.
Classic.
I feel like.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Because, like, I had people like John, and now I realize that you gotta slow it down. It's like, you gotta put out, like, just rest a little bit. Not rest, but, like, just have time in between stuff and like learn new tricks and like that was the one thing I put out all these edits, but like if you watch them, Mike did a hand plant, Mike did like some butter, and I'm thankful.
But honestly,
for, like,
though, why I like it is you can see your like stoke shining out. I feel like
it was just a stoke to just be out and just doing something that because like
it doesn't matter what someone's doing as long as you can like feel that.
To you and I,
that's like,
and I agree with that.
Everything.
I agree with that, and that's how like I am like now, and have been, but unfortunately that's not.
Oh,
it's kind of like
some people like
breed,
to,
like, but that's understandable. It's like no one can have the same, mentalities towards everything.
But I feel like all this stuff just keeps happening because it's like if you have good vibes and good spirits, you especially, I feel like you manifest like good things towards you.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. Is like. If you want to go do something, like, just go do it. You just have to carry out.
Yeah.
It's like John wants to make an edit. He needs to find something to make an edit of. I want to make an edit. I need someone to film the edit.
Totally.
It's like, and then, it's just like, oh.
Here it is.
Here you are. Here I am. Let's do this. It's all just people.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's people.
It's awesome. And then, so that, I feel like that, after that season, is that when you moved out here? You guys?
I didn't move out here until I was 25 or 24 maybe. Right after Rendered Useless.
Yeah. So it was right after that, right?
Yeah.
So I remember it was you, Christian, and Gravedigger.
Kevin, yeah.
So awesome. I remember you guys were like, I think I'm moving out, and then I was like, I like kind of believe it because I've had people a lot like claim they're doing it, and
Christian
I was
like, and Kevin were fully committed before me.
Really?
And then like they were like, "You gonna come with us?" And I'm living in Portsmouth, New Hampshire at the time, and that was amazing place.
Yeah.
I was surfing, skating. It's good seeing like a bunch of guys in Plymouth.
Yeah, you've lived there your whole life.
Yeah, exactly.
So many friends.
It's like my whole crew kind of like went there.
Yeah.
And that's why like it just got to a point I was like, I just realized I could just stay on in this route, and it wasn't a bad route, but I just wanted I'm like change.
Yeah.
Like, let's change it up. And then one day like something happened. I forget what it was. Like like where you hit rock bottom, and you're just like, well, I realize that's where all the best decisions come from. Cause,
oh, definitely.
You know, you're forced to do something maybe that
you have to change your angle.
Yeah, so basically I was just like, all right, it's time for a change, and just like kind of packed my bag. And
I love it, dude. You guys came out. I remember. I feel like this always happens. This happened to me, I guess, because I grew up in like a place that's like a snowboard mecca. But I remember when I feel like when I was nearing my end of high school. I mean, I snowboard every day. I loved it. Yeah. But I feel like I didn't have an appreciation for like my home as well as I should have.
Oh yeah. Totally.
And then it took me, like, I went to the U and I met all these kids that like were kind of the same story. They were like come from the Midwest or the East Coast, and they were like so stoked to be here. And then I would see that light in their eyes, and I was like, damn. I'd kind of look at like home with a new eye, and I was like, damn, this is like pretty sick. And then I feel like that's when because when I was younger, I was like doing contests and everything, and then I came here and I started riding Brighton with all these like kids, and I had so much fun. I was like, wow, this place is like all time. I need to like look at it through their eyes. And then I feel like it happened again when you guys came here. You guys were like so juiced on everything. Kevin, I was like, wow, this is like we do live in a cool place.
We had to be, because like that's like what it comes down to is like when you move someplace, like you have to be like high energy, you know. So you gotta like go out and experience. You gotta throw yourself into like this new surrounding, because like if you just take it, you know, like mellow, you don't quite. That's like what happens when someone moves and like they return home after a year or something like that. Like there's nothing wrong with that, and maybe they need to be closer to their family or something like that. But maybe you didn't do what you needed to do, you know, during your move to like really inspire yourself to like love your surroundings. You know? So it's like we had to go kind of crazy and really like submerge ourselves, and we did. And a lot of that is like thanks to Christian and Kevin, because those guys like they really like see the world in a certain way.
Oh, I love it.
It's like very not like where I'm from to look at the world.
Definitely.
The way that they were looking at it, you know, it's like
I already miss Gravedigger.
Yeah, but he's with us.
He'll come back.
He's just back in Cape Cod, wearing plaid shorts or something. You know?
And Sperry's.
Yeah.
I remember just like taking you guys to a couple like friend party, and I remember one was like an eviction party, but it was like my homie. It wasn't like East Coast eviction party. And I was like Kevin, I remember I was laughing. I thought it was funny, and then the kid came up to me. He's like, "What's up with these students?" I was like, "Oh, they're great." I was like, "I'll tell them to like cool down." I was like, "Kevin, dude." I came down. He was like kicking something, like a hole in it, and I was like, "Yo." Little mellower, and he's like, okay, cool.
For Kevin, it's like every party's the same. As soon as like there's like a buzz, you know, he's catching it.
Oh, definitely.
You know, he's always catching the buzz.
He's a follower of the Stoke. Love that dude.
He brings it.
So then you guys, I feel like you were here. The one cool thing about you guys, I'd be riding Brighton. I remember I'd watch you guys' edits too, and then I would see you guys filming, and you guys would be filming on something. I'd be like, whoa. I never like thought to sedge that thing. Yeah. I just think of it as like a little like place to crack an ollie on your way to like a cliff or something.
Totally, yeah. And that's like what you take from like a mountain like Loon or something like that.
Definitely.
Like when you ride Loon, you know, the park is like the park where you film.
Yeah.
But also it's like the park is just as important as the run down to the park.
Definitely.
So you're gonna find like something on the way down that you can do something on in all these different like side of the trail, you know, middle of the trail, rope, you know, so it's like you kind of have to look at the mountain differently, like when that is like a different way to
I swear when you limit stuff like that, I mean, people talk about this like Yaguns and shit like that, but I swear it like amplifies creativity.
Yeah,
it'd be like if your art teacher...
I think that's the whole point of creativity, is to exceed limits.
Yeah, definitely. When they like give you like a strict border, they're like, you have to do this with like this object, and then you're like, whoa, I'm thinking about all this shit. But like if they just gave something to you that's like, do whatever, you're like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
I think that's just like a deep down human thing where like you want to just do something outside the box.
Yeah.
And I think that's like where the world is right now. It's like we're just gonna do whatever we want, you know? It's like it's cool.
Definitely.
I think it's the whole point.
What's your least favorite thing about Utah? Even though I know you love it. And the positive guy.
My least favorite thing, I guess, like just like as I'm trying to be like somewhat more health conscious, is I guess the air.
Yeah.
Like if it is really, but I don't see any really difference in it. But like if it was a thing, if it's the worst air, that's like kind of shitty.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty in the winter. It definitely bums me out. But luckily, we're in the mountains all day, which is very blessed.
It's even like a reason to get out there.
Yeah, definitely.
That's like pretty much it. And yeah, that's probably it.
I like it. You've been like Southern Utah and everything yet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's good.
This is a interesting place.
Yeah,
Utah.
it's crazy.
It's all just right here.
I know, it's so close.
I mean, Salt Lake City, you're just like walking up like in the higher zones, and you just look out and like this whole thing, you know, it's like you don't ever get a view like that of like, you know, anywhere on the East Coast.
Totally.
You looking at this whole civilization, you know, it's like pretty cool.
Definitely. I feel like I get lost anywhere I am too. I'm so used to having like the mountains, like you're like, oh, I'm going in the right direction on this road.
Yeah.
Go towards the huge mountain.
I still am terrible at directions. I have no idea what's going on.
I mean,
I'm
walking
here and I was like, how do I get to Griffin's house again?
You know, you've been here a million times.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're in Utah, and then you've been filming for Vans with the boys.
Yeah.
How's that going?
Awesome.
You guys are done, huh?
Yeah, we're done. It feels crazy.
Wow. It's been 2 years.
2 years, yeah. This is the first time I've been able to like work on something for 2 years.
That's pretty cool.
It's so cool.
It's a change from the ADD
and
edits to
exactly, like we were talking about that. Like,
yeah.
We'll just put stuff out, and then this has been like a reason to like take a step back.
Yeah.
You know, like figure out where your snowboarding is, figure out who you are, who you're gonna like promote to the world. You know, like so it's been good. Just to have that second year, you look back at the year one, you're like, I was a child. Like, I feel like I was a child in this footage.
It's pretty cool though that it's just been hanging around. I feel like you guys probably get a better relationship with everyone too on the team.
Oh yeah.
2 years.
Those guys are like brothers now.
That seems so short, but it's long in snowboard years.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, 2 years. I was thinking about. I was like, man, 2 years of working on this project.
Yeah.
Like, hasn't even come out yet.
I can't wait. What's coming in January? SIA.
Yeah, SIA.
I've never been to SIA. I might have to.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Make a first-time trip for a special reason.
It'll be cool.
Have you seen it yet?
No.
I know Blake told me you saw a bunch of stuff. Yeah. I don't know how y'all.
I've seen stuff.
Okay.
I haven't seen the full movie. I haven't seen anything in like a definite form or anything like that. But I've seen like directions.
Yeah.
And it's looking amazing. Yeah.
Who's got your favorite part? You think?
I just traveled around. Like, you know, it's like who you travel around with all year is like, I just like see what goes into a lot of like parts. You know.
Yep.
And like probably Jake Kuzik.
Nice.
I was on a lot of like mostly I think every trip with him and like
smooth operator.
Just like because on those trips you're just as much a part of someone else's trick as they are, at some level.
Definitely.
So like you just invest in like their stuff, and like when I see it I'm like, oh man, I was at that session, like that was a fucking crazy session.
Yeah.
And Jake is like,
he's so good. It's
sick.
Insane.
Yeah.
Such good style too.
Yeah. His part's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
But everybody's part. I mean, the whole crew is.
It's a heavy crew.
You watch everyone operate.
Definitely. So I'm excited. And Tanner, like the visionary.
Yeah.
Genius. And you got Jake Price, the loose cannon.
Oh my god.
Possibly my favorite filmer.
Jake.
No offense to him.
Yeah, Jake is like high energy.
I love it.
Yeah,
we gotta get him in the dojo.
Oh my god, you get some crazy.
Oh my god, incredible stories. So then you had a trip with Bob to Bulgaria.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Where he kept the cat, Mila.
Yep. Those are like the trips I'm talking about. Like you go on, like Bob and I are gonna be like boys because we went on this trip.
Yeah,
definitely. It's like you go on an adventure with someone, you actually meet someone.
Definitely.
It's like it's not just like I saw you at a party.
Yeah.
For a year straight. It's like we went on an adventure.
I feel like when you're somewhere like that too, you're like that's when you make the best friends. Like you're on the road
because you're
trip.
vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like you're like some resort town or something like that. Like we were in like Bulgaria. Like,
crazy.
You know, like a crazy place, something that I've never seen before.
Yeah.
So it's like you're never really off edge. You're kind of just like going through it, like problem solving the whole time, like. And it takes people that can problem solve. Bob's one of those people. Yeah. You know, Bob gets in there. You know, it's like gets his hands dirty and like and he knows how to like counteract like getting through a trip with like knowing what to say to like, you know, lighten moods, and just like having him was really nice.
Yeah.
You know?
I can't believe you brought it. I got a cat through security.
Dude.
Insane.
I think like from what we went through on that trip, like anything was really possible, especially with him with the animals.
Yeah. So
Mila.
crazy. Mila, and she came back and needed like stomach surgery. She had plastic.
So Bob was like getting friendly with a bunch of different animals on the trip. There was dogs, there was cats, and like he had a cat that he had invested in before Mila.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So like this is where the plot thickens a bit. And he's like, I'm gonna take this cat back.
Yeah.
And we're like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, and none of us really think much of it. And then we get back to the hotel on like one of the last nights of like when we were in one zone, and there's this cat that's right on the doorsteps of the hotel.
Yeah.
And it looks super
malnourished.
Nourished, yeah.
Yes.
And Bob's like, I'm gonna take it up to the room and I'm gonna feed it. So he takes it up, and then that was it. You know, it's like there's a cat in the bathroom. I think the cat peed somewhere on someone's stuff, or some point he's feeding it. He's showering with it, maybe I think at one point. So yeah, and then we were at the vet in Bulgaria, and they're like, yeah, like we'll get, you know, he had to get shots for this thing, so he invested in it. And then also we were driving around one day, coming back from a spot that Jake hit, and the cat's in the van because the cat, like, we went and picked it up from the hotel because it was in the hotel alone all day.
Yeah.
The cat's in the van for like 20 minutes, and the cat, I think, farted or took a shit in the van. And it was like seriously one of the most repulsive smells that any of us. We had to stop the van.
No.
I think Skylar puked. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, it was
classic.
So yeah, and now the cat lives here in Salt Lake. I have yet to meet
Mila. She's kind of crazy. Well, he told me she got out of the cage when he was like in London or something.
Oh yeah.
On the way home, so he almost lost her in another country, and then he got back here, had to like spend a bunch of money on surgery for her, and then she like went outside. She wasn't spayed yet, and then he made a call one day. We were driving up to Brighton. He's like, called the vet. And he's like, I don't know how to say this, but my cat's been like, you know, like fucking around. You know, this is this dude cat. He's like a male cat. And he's like, there's a male cat with balls. I'm hearing the lady like. Just cracking up on the phone. he's like, I think my cat might be knocked up. He's like, what do I do?
Is that the case? Is it,
luckily, it was good. She was just going
really
crazy because she like was going through. She's having like her period.
Oh right.
Period early, and then got spayed. But yeah, Mila, she's like a tough Bulgarian cat.
Life and times a cat from Bulgaria and America in Salt Lake City.
Kind of crazy. Yeah. Is that the craziest place you ever been?
We went to northern Russia.
Whoa.
Yeah, we went to Murmansk, Russia, which is like right on the corner of Norway and Russia, like very northern.
Oh, you're on like the west coast of Russia.
Yeah, like
crazy.
Northwest. There's and it was insane. It was crazy.
Freezing.
That was an adventure. That was a true adventure.
I've only met a couple Russians, but they're an interesting human breed.
I'm just realizing that like every. You know, it's not that anyone's different. It's that everyone's different.
Definitely.
You know, it's like. So
but I feel like
it's different
our culture and their culture is
for
like,
sure. Cultures are
crazy.
completely different, and it's fully, you know, you see it. You know, and that to me was like, what I'm most thankful for these trips is to see how different people operate.
Definitely, I think that's an important life lesson that a lot of people could use, especially coming from America. People think we're like the center of the universe, which is not the case.
Totally. Yeah, it's a crazy time.
Yeah.
But it always has.
Weren't you supposed to go to North Korea?
Yeah, I was supposed to. Obviously never.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, they pulled the plug on that one.
Yeah.
The morning of.
Yeah, because I remember Dan was at our house. And he was about to go to the airport, and I like came home from shredding, and he was like still there. Yeah,
because North Korea was testing nuclear bombs. We would have been fine, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it was just like, you know, different people at different points in their life. Doesn't make sense to do some things sometimes.
Definitely.
You know, so.
It's cool. Maybe one day you'll get there.
Yeah, I think about it now. At the time, I was like, nah, I'm going back to bed. I'm going back to bed. I'm gonna go to Brighton tomorrow. It's a powder day. This is gonna be awesome. Like Definitely. It was like, but now I think back and I'm like, oh shit, like that would have been a once in a lifetime opportunity to go breathe air in this country that like, you know, like is so different than how you live. So it's like for me to even go there and breathe the air in that country, I'm doing something. You know, it's like, and like so that I wish could have maybe happened, but
wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, at the time it wasn't meant to be. Who knows?
Moving on. So you've been playing bass for Hot Vodka.
Yeah, it's been so fun.
So rad. Hot Vodka is a local band of our homies in Salt Lake. They rip. Manuel Diaz's part in Absinthe, if you're a snowboard nerd.
They have some accolades, is that a proper word? Or accomplishments, something like that.
Definitely. Fast, high pace. I feel like I like their music because it's like what I feel like when I'm like shredding at the resort or something.
Yeah,
or like at Brighton.
On certain days, definitely where it's just like chugging along. You know? It's been so fun learning the songs. It's been like we practiced last night at my house for the first time in like this like spare bedroom. That's like Jill's spare bedroom.
Yeah. You guys still at your same spot?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was so the loudest it's ever been, like small room, and just the noise of the drums just bouncing off the walls. Like it was like I was not okay for a couple hours. Like couldn't sleep, just like ears ringing.
Oh my god!
But it's been so fun learning those songs. It's been great.
Yeah, Logan's insane. All those dudes.
And I'm finding like my love for the bass too, because I was playing guitar like when we would jam with them, and then hop on the bass like every once in a while. But it's hard like when Logan's like the best guitarist I've ever been in a room with.
Definitely.
So like it doesn't make sense to have like me playing the guitar with him playing that type of guitar. So it's like playing bass with him is crazy.
Yeah. Are you playing in that show coming up?
Yeah.
Nice.
Playing
2 shows in a row.
Urban Lounge on the 3rd and then Shredfest on the 4th.
Sick, dude.
And last year's Shredfest was so crazy.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was a bunch of like college kids jumping around.
Going
it was
psycho.
Cool. It was like a good scene.
You got some big shoes to fill, Mr. Whitaker.
Never. Could never fill those shoes.
Different shoes.
But it makes it better for me because like he's one of my biggest inspirations. So it's like to be in a position that he was filling at one point. Like it's cool.
I haven't seen him for a while. He's in the Army now.
Marines?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm always get those mixed up.
Yeah, he's a badass.
Yeah, he's gnarly. He's gnarly.
Defending our country like some shit like
crazy. And ripping at the bass probably still.
He will rip on whatever he can get on, snowboard, whatever, like what he needs to.
Incredible.
Yeah.
You've been doing some art?
Yeah, I'm always doing art. I really haven't been like doing as much art as I have been like writing recently.
Yeah, you've been writing?
Just like
I like
journal entry style stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I was doing it all for the winters, like on these trips, because like I realized like I would go on all these trips and I'd come home and I'd be like, it's just gone.
Yeah,
it's not gone. Like you did it. But like, so I started writing down like just like, oh, I met this person. I met this little kid at the park today.
Yeah.
You know, like he was super cool.
Yeah.
Like something like that, and then it kind of evolves into like just, writing a little bit more and So
definitely.
I just like have notebooks and
it's cool to go through.
I haven't been like drawing as much as I used to. Christian paints. My roommate Christian is like a painter, so
insane.
I see him paint, and he gets me like pretty hyped, and I'm like, I'm gonna paint a little bit, and so we're gonna plan an art show, I think, for like the end of November, early December, and try to get some people to see some stuff.
I'll
try to I mean, Christian was telling me that he wanted you to be part of it.
Yeah, maybe I'm down. I've been trying to just like stack. I haven't been able to like do as much.
That's like where I have like nothing. I'm like, I don't know.
I want more. Yeah.
Figure something out.
But yeah, I feel like art's crazy. And writing, that's awesome. Because Nils does that. I always see Nils writing in his journal. And I'm always like, damn, like, what am I doing? I should do that. So I carry like a book with just, I kind of like a drawing journal and I'll date it. And like every time I go on a trip, there's one drawing.
For me, I think the drawings and the writings, it's all the same shit. Like it's all just conveying like what you're going through at a period in time. And like maybe those drawings represent what
it
is going
sparks
on
a story or something. Definitely.
So it's like kind of whatever you've got going on. But yeah, writing, I don't know, it's something about it. It's kind
therapeutic.
Anything like that is therapeutic, I think.
You gonna release a flying novel or what?
I mean, I could write a book about Kevin. If that's what a flying novel would be.
That would be a really good book.
It should. People don't have a clue. It's like just like little things, like him not knowing that like you put mayonnaise in tuna. Like stuff like that.
Oh, that's so good, dude.
Yeah.
What's new with flying with 3Gs?
Well, Kevin moving back, things are at kind of like a lull, and especially with like winter coming up. Like, we were like you know, it's just a weird time. But I think that, like, you know, we're kind of going through like a valley right now, and then when we all get pumped again, we'll come back up and like get something going. Just
I like
shirts.
the flying
it was
vibes.
just for what it was. It's just like a reason to be creative and like, put some stuff out and put a drawing on a shirt, you know. So
I'm back in
cool.
it. Number one fan.
It's fun. It's fun. Like, I wish, you know, I was talking to Matt Roberts about this the other day. How like there needs to be more people that just like make stuff.
Definitely.
You know, because like you can create a whole ecosystem of people with jobs just by people doing stuff.
Totally,
like,
and then you don't have some overhead CEO telling you can't do that. That's
like a problem I see with today. You know, not all of them are bad, but like I think it just comes down to like kids getting smart enough to do something, and it's not even hard to do. Like, to make a shirt. Like I even like one day I was like, you can make money doing this for sure. You know, it's like you just gotta have the right energy, the right people, and you gotta do it in the right way. But you could do it, and then you don't have to go sit. You know, like at some job, maybe not an office, but like at a job that doesn't allow you to do what you want. Like every day, because like you make shirts, you just are gonna promote the shirts where you do what you want. Because why would you do anything else? So like that's like what I realized through flying. So I hope, you know, just doing stuff like that, I hope it inspires others to be like, I'm just gonna start a company, because like all I gotta do is start it, and then care about it, and then take care of it. For sure, it'll grow if you do it right.
If you put the right passion in. Yeah. When's Volcom giving you a shirt line? Let's hammer Seth about that.
No, actually, I drew a shirt.
You did?
Yeah.
Really?
I actually just like did that with them.
No way.
That's like awesome. A promo collection thing. Just like did a bunch of drawings that I submitted to them, and it's a long sleeve with like a drawing that like some. Yeah, I was drawing for like a period. I was drawing like these like kind of like star people, and like it's gonna be one of those.
Is it like the Egyptians?
Like zooming. A lot of it is inspired from like a lot of Egyptian art, but it doesn't like if you looked at it, it might not. Just basic like forms, you know. My
favorite was your pharaoh. I walked into your guys' house and he just got a board box and you were painting a pharaoh on it.
I like miss a lot of those party nights because they were just like, you know, you're partying. But I'm gonna paint. You know,
I love your guys' house. Me and Matt would always come back from your house and we're like, their house is awesome. It's like, it reminded me, it's like if I was like, this is like in a positive way, but if I was like 15 years old and I lived with my friends and we just like drew on everything and like did everything like spontaneously, and I was like, I just like good vibes after I came home.
It's like the advanced version of like that spontaneousness. I feel like because like we lived in houses prior to that, where you're like, we're gonna draw on the walls. Like, we don't give a shit, you know. Like, we're drawing on the walls. We're gonna maybe even throw darts, you know, Chinese throwing darts at this wall. The wall will disintegrate. And now I have a little bit more respect for like the house.
Definitely.
You know, so you're not drawing on walls as much, even though we're still drawing on walls sometimes. But I just like, for me, it's like I gotta have a place that I can come back to that's my home.
Definitely.
You know, so it's like you gotta have like all this stuff up, and you gotta have
blank
like,
white home. It's boring. Bad energy.
Yeah, it's not bad energy. It's just zero energy. It's just like when you put time into your house or like your surroundings, and it's almost like you're creating like a support system, you know, because like I look at some of these paintings and I'm like that pharaoh, you know, like him, I was like, that was a good night, you know, so it gives me like a nice little,
it's like a memory,
it's
like a journal entry.
Like, I want to have another one of those, so like, what do I got to do to have another good night? So it's like just kind of inspiring you to do more cool stuff.
Based off feel. I feel like that's your shredding too. I feel like it's like you, Scott Stevens, and Cole Navin, like Jesse Burtner, like mini shred kings. And but I feel like they're more like, definitely Scott is very calculated. I feel like he knows what he's gonna do when he goes up there. I feel like Cole, I don't know if he is like that totally, but he seems more like that. And you feel
Cole's
like
good enough. He can be like
you
that,
feel like
sure.
I feel like you do your stuff.
Yeah.
From my perspective,
definitely, like that's what I'm going for. You know, it's like when I'm really there, that's what it is. You know, it's kind of just, you kind of let it just go, and that just like comes to you with like, you know, where you're at that day. You know, are you like stoked? You know, like, are you like really in it? If you're really in it, then you can get to those.
Do you ever plan that stuff?
I don't think that you can really plan. Like being really in it like that. Kind of just like circumstantial, you know, like who you're with. How you feel,
But what about like a trick, a certain trick? You're like, I'm gonna go do this today.
Oh yeah. No, that's like a whole different.
Yeah.
To me, that's similar to like me playing bass for Hot Vodka. Like my task is like learn these songs.
Yeah.
And then like as I learn them, like I enjoy them more. So it's like with stuff like that, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go do a trick. It's like you get the feel from like putting in the work for the session. You know, it's like it's about the session. And then when you get the trick, that's like the seal. You know, it's like, and you feel like that. You know, it's like.
It's that Pharaoh drawing to
exactly.
remind you of a good time.
Yeah, exactly. And then you want to keep having that feeling. You want to keep learning tricks, but it's like not necessarily about the tricks really. It's about like for me right now, it's not about the tricks. It's like how I'm gonna handle myself in a session.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, am I gonna be like squirming around, flailing, like nervous, or am I gonna be like, all right, I got a task, and like I just gotta like figure out how to maneuver myself down this rail or like off this jump. You know, it's like and then it's all collective. It's not just that one try that you land that gives you that feeling. It's like a day. You know,
Definitely.
It's like you woke up and you accomplished something. You know,
it's experience.
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix experience.
Exactly.
Is that he your number one inspiration? Is that?
I was like thinking. I was like, yeah, I wonder if, like what he's gonna bring up. I think of Jimmy.
I always
think
send you
so.
the Jimmy track, or you send me the Jimmy track.
Yeah. I just like that's like me right now. Like music that like makes me like it hits. You know, like something about it, guitar, and just like my perception of who he was and what he stood for, and it all just kind of plays into this like bigger thing, and the music gets me fucking stoked. So I keep listening to it, and I was thinking about this today because Christian has like his music that he listens to that gets him stoked, and it's not necessarily what gets me stoked.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, I was like, dude, how do you listen to this all the time?
Yeah.
Like, he's thinking the same thing with like Jimmy. Too.
Yeah.
Even though he likes Jimmy, but it's like, dude, I was listening to this in like 6th grade. But it's just like right now, like what, you know, like.
It's the right time for your brain.
Just, it's exactly.
Yeah. I like those vibes. I feel like, were you blasting that when I was on that East Coast trip with you? That was like that was like the Doors phase. You were bumping mad Doors.
Before that, Doors is just always scattered in between. They're just like go-to, like when I'm driving, you know, it's like, this is what I'm going to listen to. I'm not going to like, and I have been listening to much more music and like expanding, like, because I have to know what's going on musically like right now in the world, because I've been hearing so many good bands. Yeah. But it's just like maybe that stuff just hasn't quite hit yet. Like some of it, you know. Totally. I like a lot of new bands, but just
I just love seeing you like your headphones are in and you're just like doing it in your own world.
And I haven't been snowboarding so much with the headphones lately just because of that. I just think it looks crazy.
It was so good. I remember that trip was so fun because I remember for some reason I'd never like to smoke weed and snowboard unless I'm with you and Parker. For some reason, you guys get me like so juiced, and then I just go out and like, I feel like I've had the best snowboard sessions of my life, which is funny because they're not like, I love riding PAL, but it's like, I'll be somewhere with you like riding like a park shoot or something. It's like the funnest day I've had in so long. Yeah. Just I can like feel I like take your positive energy.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know.
It's just like, let's do this.
You don't necessarily need that stuff to like get there, but sometimes
it helps. It helps. I appreciate it when we get to shred.
Yeah, it's fun.
I also put down on here your take on the universe and aliens.
Aliens, I don't know. Aliens, like we are aliens. Yeah. You know, like I think it would be absurd that there wouldn't be, you know, other life out there, you know?
I saw a quote today. It was, I think, Sean G, the Vans dude, the Rockies Vans guy, he loves sending me, like, funny, like, science shit about space. And it was, like, what did the quote say? It was, like, imagining, or, like, thinking about a world without aliens is, like, crazy, and then thinking that we're the only ones is even crazier.
Yeah. Exactly, like, there's just a lot of space. Definitely. You know, and I hope there is. And, like, I don't know. This is... Yeah. We can never know.
Definitely.
I mean, we won't know until we know. And then, until then, we can just...
I kind of, like, don't want to know.
I'd like to have an open mind enough to, like, just, you know, want to believe that there's something else. Yeah. You know.
Definitely. There's definitely multiple dimensions, I think.
I think life just, like, will grow where it can grow.
That's that's exactly how my boss at, like, I work at this, like, geology company right now, just until winter, and I'd had, like, this combo with him when we were driving out to the site, and he was telling me how he thinks life is like a mold, kind of. So it like grows where it like where it can. Yeah, and like for some reason like Earth's just in that perfect place where like it just grows. Dude, like there's got to be more.
I was like huge into space for a minute, so I was watching all these space documentaries, and just like if you think about like the sun is like blasting this amount of heat.
Yeah.
You know, we're just this distance away.
Perfectly tilted.
You know, and then the other planets work together in like this gravity thing. It's like there's a lot of factors lining up to create this, you know, like a lot of intricate things. So it's like just that alone is a reason to like just be amazed at
it's so incredible.
General, you know, it's like because like you could be, you know, however many million miles over at Mars where life just, you know, you can't.
It's too cold.
It's
crazy, and like our perfect tilt, like we would be fucked without the tilt. It would be too hot.
Just right there, it's like, well, why does anyone do anything? Yeah. We're just here, you know.
It's like, so cool. Well, we can talk about that for hours.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we could. But I like right now. I'm like into stuff on Earth.
Yeah.
You know? Because this is where we are. This is.
I don't think I'd ever want to. I remember if someone told me, like, would you go into space? I was like, honestly, I don't think I would. When I was little, I wanted to be an astronaut.
Sick.
And then now, I was like, I don't think I want to leave. I think I like Earth.
Yeah, I'm content here.
I would trip if you never came back.
You know, yeah, I was wondering, like, where space exploration is right now. I'm sure there's a lot of people doing, like, some crazy stuff, but I wonder if it's, like, as passionate of stuff, like, when we were, like, going to the moon, and, like,
totally.
Like, first time, you know.
I feel like it's slowed down a bit, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it's also because science fiction is not as popular. You know, space movies maybe aren't as popular as they were with Star Wars and Star Trek and stuff.
I heard a crazy fact that
I'm sure those things inspired a lot of different, like,
for sure,
like astronomers,
even like a young
astronauts. Kid. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I heard a crazy quote the other day that we know more about space than we do our own oceans, like deep down.
I'm sure we know more about space than we do more about people, you know, from the way things are seeming these days.
Seriously.
It's like...
Can't get a grip.
We know where there could be life billions of light years away, but, like, we can't sustain it here.
We can't learn to, like, live with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, the phone world is nuts.
The phone world's crazy.
How's, like, I feel like Instagram and everything, it is here, and it is, I mean, it's cool in a certain way. You gotta look at it like positive. I feel like everyone, I take like the negative out of it just because I'm not, it's like we grew up with it before and then now it's here. But it's also like a pretty cool platform to express yourself.
Yeah,
but insane. I definitely think the kooks kind of conquer these days. Sometimes in certain
if the kooks conquer, then that's some group of people letting them conquer. You know?
Totally.
So it's like, who are those people?
Yeah, or maybe I'm the kook and they're the...
If they're letting kooks conquer, then maybe they're... I mean, not everyone's a kook.
Yeah, definitely.
But like, I just see it. What is happening today is like, there's not enough people standing up for what they actually like.
Yeah,
and like really, like, blasting that.
Yeah.
You know, as opposed to just like following
like what does good
people
for
follow stuff.
Definitely.
Because I think about it, it's like it's all exponential. It's like the more followers you have, the more like someone's gonna invest.
It's crazy. It's like money.
Yeah.
It like boils down. I feel like followers is like money, but it's also. I was telling someone this the other day. It's like, do you want to make the best fish taco in town, or are you trying to sell the most cheeseburgers from McDonald's? It's like
right. But then
quality over quantity.
But someone out there is going to sell those cheeseburgers, you know? So
yeah.
Because like that's how you can eat.
Yeah.
That's how he's going to make his money for.
Totally.
That's how he's going to live. So like but I also see it as this. Like, this is the first time that you have an idea or a concept, and I can blast it to the world. The whole world can see what I want to say.
Yeah.
Which is great.
That's insane.
And it's something that I'm sure, you know, people in the past would have been like, this is what we need to promote what we believe in. But maybe right now, maybe the red stuff isn't being blasted, you know, or like broadcasted.
And then you argue.
Well, who are we to say? You know,
Definitely.
It's like we're just two guys on a couch. So it's like, you can't. It's just our ideas about it, you know. And I'm sure if we had 50 million followers and we were making money off it, we'd have different shit to say about it. I guess so. But
it's probably in your contract and everything now, huh?
The Instagram stuff, for sure, it's so important.
So crazy.
Yeah, it's just of the times, you know. It's like, who knows? Maybe a video part, it was that at some point.
Definitely.
You know?
Like, definitely was. Jeremy was claiming 10 G's off DVD royalties. Now it's like, I'm sure someone that has like insane amount of followers, or you, it's like you get a certain amount of likes on the photo.
I haven't made I'm actually no, that's a lie. I think I made $100 off Instagram.
Nice.
Through an incentive thing.
Just one?
Yeah.
Just $1 grand? Was it a video?
No, it was an increase in X amount of followers.
Oh, okay.
But I haven't made any sense because they changed because like they realized how attainable a lot of the stuff was, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, so that's kind of just like where it's at.
Huh.
But there's definitely someone cashing out. You know? So, but that it's just like I think over time new different ways can be exploited to make money.
I'm sure Instagram will be like.
It just comes down to people making money, I guess.
Yeah.
You know. So. But for me, it's like if I showcase something that I'm like actually excited about,
totally.
I'm hyped. Because like, the stuff I look at, you know, not a lot of stuff gets me really hyped these days.
Yeah.
You know, like, but when I see something and it does, and then I want to go do something, then it's worth it.
It's cool that it's real time too. That's what I like. You don't have to wait till like the next season. Like it
so much. Yeah, yeah.
It's like you're up there one day, you know it's good, and then like someone posted that day, and you're like, holy shit, that was crazy.
The only problem with the real time thing is like, it's so real time that like, whenever I'm posting something in real time, as soon as I post about it, it's almost as if I lost the essence of what I was doing.
You're not experiencing like, as a whole.
Exactly. Like I get better feelings on days where I don't touch my phone.
Oh, for sure.
But then I'm like, oh fuck, I wish I had like a video from today, you know, like, to show everyone.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's just like one of those necessary evils right now.
You gotta want to play the game.
Yeah, you have to if you want to. Yeah. You know,
for
me, I want to keep doing it.
Yeah,
so it's
totally. It's like get a snowboard or like go work a job. It's like I'll play the game.
Yeah, I think there's got to be some integrity.
Definitely.
You know, it's like if you can have integrity and promote the stuff that you promote and
what you believe in.
See, another thing is just like people showcasing. Like I feel like I was like thinking this to myself, like where I wasn't sure if I was even like showcasing my personality on my Instagram.
Yeah.
And then, like, what am I doing if I'm not? But, like, part of me is, like, just put out enough, you know, to, like, to keep it going. Maybe my personality isn't necessarily needed to be showcased here. Like, maybe I just need to showcase, like, what I got going on.
Sure.
So, like, that's kind of where I'm at. But it changes so much. You know, when it first came out, I was like, picture, post. But I just have a harder time because, like, as soon as I post
it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
to post on the story now and the.
Like, I don't do the story that much just because like I said, like I lose so much of like what I do.
Yeah.
Like when I'm posting to my story, you know.
Definitely.
It's like.
And that's what's most important is like your experience in life.
Exactly.
When it boils down to
I think it's super cool when you get to see like. For me, like I don't even really like seeing like when people are out like doing like crazy stuff. Like I want to see like what they're doing like when it's not like a suitable, like obviously you're gonna pull out your camera when there's people fighting or something like.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy you're around that.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. I just want to see like I like when you get to see someone's like environment, you know, like and how they're interacting with their environment.
It's relatable.
Not something super flashy, you know, like.
Yeah.
Because like I spend my days like in my house locked away, like.
Yeah.
I don't even like some days I don't even leave my house, but like some of those days are my favorite days ever.
Yeah.
And those are the days where I'm like I would post this entire day, you know, like me just sitting on a chair, you know, like just staring at this like plant I have in my house, you know, like that to me is like when I'm like, oh man, I want to post something like this, but and sometimes I do, but
just do it.
It's all over the place.
Yeah. There's no right or wrong way. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people trying to calculate their algorithms.
They always will with everything.
How to up the followers. Right. So in the show we do a rad or whack section.
Cool.
I feel like most of your answers will be rad because you're the positive man. But number one, these are just random. I'm just gonna toss them at you. You can like talk about them or not. Number one's border cross.
Rad. Yeah, it's definitely for sure. I watched like guys like Merrick, like those guys know how to ride a snowboard and turn and like know like go super fast, hit a tranny, and like know how to move their legs so they land that perfect tranny again.
And
like,
fight off a huge jack dude coming at you too with metal edges. Yeah. I want to ride those rectangle boards. They look pretty fun.
I just like seen Merrick riding like this border cross board, and it was like the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Just like turning at a whole different, you know, like you could, you know, people turn these days, but this was
Merrick Joyce is a treat to watch. I was tripping watching him and Parker at Loon, and you, like I was following you guys. I was like, I'm not getting over there. They're like I swear, just converging with death on the trees on the side. like ice and rock. I was like, this is so.
When you ride those trails, you know, your whole life, you're gonna know where they are. But I'm sure those guys would probably ride like that anywhere they went. Yeah. Because like, I think that's all snowboarding, skating is, just getting comfortable with the edge. Definitely. So it's like the more comfortable you are with the edge, you know, you get closer to the edge, and that's when it's like when you're like someone on the outside is like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah. Like you go down there, you die. Yeah, you know?
Definitely. There's a tree right there. Yeah. And then number 2, cranberry juice.
I would say rad. I realize like I can't drink just like straight cranberry juice, but I'll mix it with something and I love it. Nice. But like when it's like super concentrated, I'm like, holy shit.
That's what I was. This reminded me of the story when we were at Bear. I was sharing a room with this guy.
Oh my god, dude! I was like, cranberry juice. I feel like there should be some underlying message. Oh my god.
So we were sharing a room, and it was me and you in that room, right? It was like I feel like Bear was a ghost town this time. It was Scott's like little park shoot, and it was like end of the season. I don't know how they like made that park, but yeah, because there was no snow. But you were having like night terrors, like screaming in your sleep, dude. I'd be like, "You okay?"
So crazy, and it makes sense. At the time, I was like, "Who knows what I was going through?" You know, like you know, your dreams are just manifestations of like what you got going on. So it's like I probably had some shit going on that I wasn't dealing with, and my dreams were like, "Yo, but then you got some shit to figure out."
We realized you were drinking cranberry juice every night.
Yeah,
and then we looked it up.
Yeah, it's super like dream enhancing. But, but I'm sure it was just enhancing like what I had going on too. So it's like that was crazy. I don't think that has happened often, but I've been having crazy dreams lately. Nice. Lately, yeah.
Like good or bad?
Yeah.
Crazy in the good.
Very like just lucid, you know.
Okay.
Like real. Like well, in my dream I'll be like asleep and I'll wake up in my dream and I'll be like, oh, it's just asleep. Like really
you're
crazy.
Still
shit.
In your dream? Wow,
yeah.
Nuts.
But it helps me because like. Depending on the dream, maybe like...
You gotta lay off the cranberry juice, dude.
I don't drink juice that much, really.
That trip was so fun, though.
That was good.
Thanks to Scott for that one, and Yosh. Curling.
Curling. It's so funny you bring that up. My landlord was just at my house today. So, like, in order for us to get this landlord, we were going to move into this house. The guy's unsure about us. Yeah. He's like, come curling with me, and we'll talk about it. Yeah. I was like, all right, I'll go curling. So I ended up going to this curling league for like...
Is this in Park City?
Yeah, in Park City for like 5 months. Like every Monday night.
Oh wait, you did it every week?
Yeah, every week. It wasn't 5 months. It was like
Were you the broom guy?
You kind of do both, like as you're in that game. Okay. So yeah, you're brooming.
It looks so hard.
It's like bowling. It's just like once you get, like figure out the form of how to like toss the thing. Yeah. Like, it's pretty fun.
What's the thing called? The ball or the puck?
I forget. Yeah. I think it's...
It's got a funny name.
It does. I was like... Some of those nights I was like pretty checked out. I was just like...
You're like, I'm doing this. I'm putting the boys' team on the back.
For me it was like, I got that. My landlord is cool. He's like... A little... sometimes he can be a little crazy. Yeah. He's older.
As all landlords in Salt Lake.
But it was... I don't... since my family's back east... Yeah. Like, I don't have, like... I think it's important to be around, like, old people. Definitely. Or people at different ages, just so you, like... Because, if you're lucky, you'll get old. Yeah. So it's like, this guy's old. He's had been through, 40 more years than me. So it's like, he's got something to say, clearly. Definitely. And he does. He's super smart. And, like, we have conversations that I could never have with, like, Kevin Court. Obviously. So it's
the balance is good.
It's good, yeah. I get a lot of perspective from those nights because you're just around a bunch of old people. Definitely. So it's like
I like that perspective. I'm doing the same thing. I've been working with like these geologist dudes that are all like my dad's age. Yeah, yeah. I'm hanging with them all day, Monday through Friday.
Sometimes I feel like I like end up having like connecting better with like older people for some reason. I don't know what it is. Or sometimes even younger people. I don't know. It's just like people my age. Sometimes it's hard for me. Yeah. But I think it's important. Like one thing I'm realizing is like it's important to like surround yourself with all different ages because like we're all doing this together. So it's like for me to not tell a 15-year-old about my experiences, and maybe he makes a mistake that had I have said something to him like, hey, maybe don't do that. Yeah, totally. Or like, not don't do that, but think about that because this could happen. Totally. That could save him some time that, like, I had gone through. Say, like, someone told me something, like, the mistakes I made. Yeah. Could have saved me a lot of time.
Definitely.
You know, and a lot of like agony and whatever. And then that's what I gather from like Steve. Like he's still going, he's still passionate, he's still like stoked. So
The wisdom.
I'm like, all right, you know, there's hope. Because, like, yeah, we're like in the prime where I like snowboard and jumping off stuff, but that's not forever.
Definitely.
So it's like, to me, it's like when I see someone else in different venues of life, like, you know, excited, then I'm like, all right, it's cool.
I like that. That's awesome. Respect your elders.
Respect your elders.
They got lots of wisdom and time.
If you're lucky, you'll become one.
Definitely.
You know, but it's hard to stay up these days.
Yep.
You know, above ground.
Especially in our lives.
Yeah.
Top 3 current faves is the next section too. So I want your favorite current rail rider, contest rider, and power rider.
Contest rider Marcus Cleveland.
Dude, everyone's been saying this.
Fucking A. Well, I just was in Australia with Marcus.
He's
and I
insane.
got to ride with him, and I'm like, just like quiet, just like you can tell he's just like absorbing everything around him, like super nice, like.
Oh, he's definitely
and, like,
my favorite.
When I rode with him, like, you know, it wasn't like I'm a contest rider. Like he rides everything. Like he'll destroy like mini shred anything, you know. So it's like, and he's just so talented.
It's
just
crazy.
So talented. Rail rider right now. Who am I stoked on? I would say Mark Goodall. I got to hang out with Mark this summer.
He's like the Canadian kid.
Yeah, yeah.
He had dreads.
Yeah,
not anymore. He cut him.
Yeah, he's just like. I feel like the main thing with the streets, like urban, you know, snowboarding and rail riding, is like an open-mindedness.
Yeah.
That maybe I don't see as much anymore. I see like really talented, like rail riders, but for me, like when I see his footage, I'm like, he's thinking, he's using his brain a lot, you know, like he's like really just like finding all these different things, because like the streets isn't about just hitting the down rail. It's about like finding, you know, different ways to use your environment, which I see him doing. And
thinking out of the box concept.
Yeah, and I'm psyched on his
stuff. Awesome.
Yeah. What was the other one?
Pow.
Pow.
Current favorite power rider.
Probably. I feel like I was just watching someone the other day. I just watched Pepper and I watched Nels. Nels' part. Nels is like
insane. Yeah,
that might, you know, take it for me right now. But I have so many people that I watch riding powder. It's like, or just snowboarding. Parker's insane. Like
Parker's awesome, because I remember like when he first came out here, I first like saw him snowboarding. All the dudes are so good on the East Coast, but I saw something in him. I was like, dude, you need to like. I see it in you. You need to come like ride big mountains like that. You're destined for that for some reason.
I'm kind of drawing a blank right now. I'm trying to think of like who I have seen in person. I've been like, holy shit. So maybe we'll come back to that one. But yeah, I'd say maybe Nils right now.
Yeah, Nils is a good one.
He's watched his part today. He just
Bastard lands everything, dude. He's got that floating effect like Blavel and Nico and all them have kind of.
And there's just this one clip where he's just so. He's not doing anything, but he's doing everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's like just finesse. It's real. Alex Lopez too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just like watching people with soul.
Definitely.
You know, like you can just tell he's just got like so much soul.
I love that Ben Ferguson's video. Him and Alo went to Japan.
Oh, God.
It's so good.
Did you see the video?
Yeah, I'll show you. We'll watch it after this. It's so good. Yeah, Lolo, best style ever. Style for miles.
So sick. Also Terrier too.
Oh my God, yeah. It's hard. I mean, there's so many. It's like that's why I do current, so it's like a little easier to think about. Because when you go when you go back to everything, I mean, Terrier is still ripping.
Oh yeah, and Blake too. I watched Blake.
Yeah. Bird bones, dude. Hollow bones.
And just like bouncing around, you know, lands everything. Like that day, I'm so overwhelmed. You know?
Yeah.
Just a lot of these people I've seen like in person. You're like, oh man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's hard.
It's not just like snowboarding.
No, it's like a whole nother ball game.
Whole nother thing.
Definitely. All right. So, what's in the future for Mr. Mike Rav?
Future for me, I just want to do some stuff that like I can put some creative energy into, and maybe have like some conceptual stuff.
Nice.
Just snowboard a lot.
Take a little time
to
shred.
I want to like ride a bunch of different resorts and jump a bit and learn how to like ride my snowboard in a different way, and just keep growing as a human.
Let's rip, right? And before, were you doing anything in December? Up until the premiere?
December. I have
Let's
nothing.
do this, dude.
Yeah,
I'm done
sure.
working. Let's just like shred every day. I'm ready to
Dude,
like
I'll
go
be up
little
there.
kid style again.
If I'm in Salt Lake and there's snow, I'm gonna be at Brighton every day.
Oh
so.
my god, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. It was a real pleasure.
Thank you.
Incredible
Whoever could
insights.
watch, I don't know.
Yeah, who
could
knows?
make it through
Maybe
this.
my mom will watch it.
If anyone got here, thank you, and good for you.
Yeah. All right, you gotta sign the book.
Oh yeah, of course.